Flanders had a spring dream about a dead person. Although the other party was just a departed soul, he could feel the temperature and touch of her tongue. He looked at his deceased wife before him with immense grief. It turned out his younger son had also had a dream about his mother. The two strolled through a candy world, but when she turned around, he saw a horrifying scene. Because his late wife had been gone too long, Todd had already forgotten what his mother looked like.
See that?
Fortunately, Flanders had saved 2 videos that could awaken the children's memories. The mother in the videos was gentle and kind. Even when disturbed by annoying neighbors, she would still actively invite them to stay for dinner. Flanders comforted him, saying he was still just as good now. Although there was no news from her, faith meant believing without any evidence. His son thought this kind of baseless faith was crazy. Flanders cursed and complained. As God's faithful believer, he wouldn't allow his son to have any doubts. In the morning, the town's citizens gathered at the church. The priest picked out the youngest believers and had them say a few words praising God. But when it was Todd's turn, he actually raised doubts publicly. He believed God didn't exist at all.
He's from crying.
Oh, come on, young man. You're my closer. What would you say to Jesus?
I'd say, thanks for nothing. My mommy's dead and she's never coming back, and I don't believe in God anymore.
Everyone was in an uproar, and Flanders was terrified. He fainted on the spot in the church. Ever since his mother was accidentally killed by Homer, Todd's faith in God had been collapsing. He didn't even pray before meals anymore. To help his son regain his faith, he had to find a living hell and let Todd go in to experience it. Meanwhile, the Simpson family was performing their own version of filial piety. The dutiful Bart locked his naked father outside and said he had to answer a question correctly to come in. At a loss, Flanders saw hope from his neighbor's house. If living in such an environment, his son would surely fear God. Homer and Flanders got into a car accident at the same time and went to heaven together. With God's company, they toured the environment here. Flanders was very satisfied because it was as beautiful as he imagined. God said everyone sees it differently. Homer also had his own imagination. While wandering around, they encountered many deceased celebrities. Just as God was about to take them to continue the tour, he discovered they were wearing visitor passes. In other words, Flanders and Homer's bodies weren't completely dead yet. They were still being resuscitated below. Looking at the unconscious good man, the doctor swore to heaven that he would do everything possible to bring him back to life. Marge was heartbroken. Outside the window stood a crowd of praying people, hoping the injured could be safe and sound. Looking at the sad neighbors, Lisa found it incredible that her father's life had affected so many people.
Many lives Dad touched. That's Flanders' video. Dad's over there.
3 people cursed and swore, hoping Homer could pull through and pay back the money. Bart told Lisa not to worry. He had some connections in hell and could get the demons to take better care of him. Homer! Lisa burst into tears. Now they could only leave it to fate. Looking at Todd beside them, Marge asked if he really didn't want to pray for his father. Marge meaningfully told Todd that prayer didn't necessarily have to be heard by God. It could also be an honest conversation between 2 people. Under Todd's sincere prayer, his conviction finally reached heaven. Flanders' body gradually disappeared and returned to his family's side. Meanwhile, under Bart's prayer, Homer also saw his mother. After embracing tightly, he also returned to the mortal world. Todd's prayer had finally worked. After this incident, he believed in God again.